Greetings everyone, I am RSV. Why does the Darkfalz specifically abduct the Guardian and fight the Guardian one-on-one in its bubble? I've left this theory for quite a while because I have not been able to identify if it was directly the Guardian who got abducted or if every Arcs defender on the field got sent to their own reality. But assuming that this visual novel is canon, then it is confirmed. And well, this brings a couple of things into question. Why specifically the Meteor? The same comic points out that the Meteor is one of the stronger members of the Arcs defender. Even Dozart considers the Meteor to be fairly powerful, especially considering that Dozart is one of the leaders of the Arcs defender. Though it could just be that he is lonely and wants friends that don't die all the time. But there are a couple of theories that I have about why the Darkfalz specifically abducted the Meteor. And well, this isn't the first time, and we, well, can assume that the Darkfalz went after the Meteor very much as soon as the story started. That's right, the dolls were most likely there after the Meteor at the very start of the game, and it was the Meteor's presence that got Alio Town destroyed in the first place. But why? Let's discuss. First theory. Well, this one I'm going to tie to base game, and in this case, I'm putting the theory that I subscribe to first. While I don't usually do this, I think that this theory is interesting, and is just the most fleshed out one. Though for it to exist, we need to assume that the Meteor is the Guardian. And if the Meteor is the Guardian, then several circumstances come into play. The Darkfalz could actually be Elder's soul, and could be Elder returning. We do know at the end of the base game that the Darkfalz inside of the Guardian do end up returning to the Void. By that I mean they disappear and we do not know exactly what happens to them. We do know at the end of the game though that the Guardian can no longer use the Dark Blast. So Darkfalz could have a connection to the Guardian coming back to their former host. But that isn't necessarily the theory that I subscribe to here. I don't think there's enough valid evidence that the Darkfalz survive what happened, or they leave the Guardian before the Guardian returns to the present. While Persona the Mask can time travel as well, it is questionable whether or not the fragment of Persona the Mask that the Guardian absorbed can time travel as well, meaning that most likely these fragments were deleted at the big crunch, and saying they were deleted is putting what happened nicely. So another theory is the Darkfalz is looking for a host, and the Meteor appears to be a candidate. This would again explain why the Darkfalz was after the Meteor stopped, and assuming that the Meteor is the Guardian again, the Meteor is a very good vessel for this Darkfalz. Something that the Guardian did was absorb large portions of Darkfalz when they defeated them in base game. This caused, while Gemini was collecting the other Darkfalz to form the Profound Darkness, for Gemini to not have enough F-Factor for the F-Factor to condense into the Profound Darkness. Now, even though that Gemini shot this energy at the Guardian resisted this energy for quite a long while. The Guardian did not immediately become the Profound Darkness. In fact, it's debatable what happened there was enough to turn the Guardian into the Profound Darkness at all. In fact, it's debatable whether or not that was enough to solely turn the Guardian into the Profound Darkness in the first place. It should be mentioned at the end, when Persona the Mask takes the F-Factor for Toy, that Persona the Mask has a lot more F-Factor than the Guardian does in the moment. And well, this should be fairly obvious, because, of course, Persona the Mask is a Darkfalz and the Guardian is not. But assuming the Guardian's F-Factor was not fully purged, it is possible that the Darkfalz senses a great amount of F-Factor and thinks that it can make a powerful host or even become the Profound Darkness just by merging with Meteor. Because remember, the ultimate goal of a Darkfalz is to coalesce the F-Factor together to create the Profound Darkness in the first place, regardless of the personality of the host to begin with. Though the reality can be sometimes very uninteresting, and it is possible that the Darkfalz was just drawn to a very powerful threat that it wanted to eliminate in the Meteor to start with, and then in the fight singled out the only threat to it to take care of that one-on-one, because the Meteor would have caused the Darkfalz more hassle if the Meteor had a full team supporting it. And the only interesting and saving grace of this is the previous 2 points could also still be true. It is possible that the Darkfalz sees the Meteor as a potential host, but it is also possible that the Meteor is the Guardian and was the single biggest threat to the Darkfalz at that time. My only problem with this event is that it suggests that the Meteor has unceremoniously become one of the strongest Arcs defenders, seemingly out of nowhere, and in some sense comes off as a bit of a Mary or Gary stew. I'd like to hear your opinion on this and on this theory, but I've been RSV and I'll see you next time.